So these are major classification, this type 1 diabetes mellitus, type 2 and diabetic prawn states. Right, now type 1 diabetes mellitus, what is the reason? Earlier it was called insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. Nowadays the terminology is being taken off and it is called type 1 diabetes mellitus. Type 1 diabetes mellitus, what happens here is that there happens to be certain immunological agents, okay, T lymphocytes, okay, immunocells that will be acting against the islets of Langerhans. Okay, so autoimmuno effects on the islets of Langerhans where you cannot produce insulin. The cells are destructed. Okay, so cellular destruction due to autoimmuno agents, that is causing the type 1 diabetes mellitus. So the age of this particular individuals will be less than 30. Okay, so this is type 1 diabetes mellitus. This can be of two different types, that is immunomediated and idiopathic. You may not know the reason, actual reason. Age for this particular type of diabetes will be less than 30 years. So such individuals are affected. So what happens is that you are not producing enough insulin. So insulin has to be supplied from outside into the body as injections. So this particular diabetes, what happens is that there are active formation of ketone bodies. Okay, ketone body formation is there. Ketone bodies you have studied along with lipid metabolism, right? So ketone bodies are formed in this particular diabetes. This is type 1 diabetes mellitus. The age for occurring such a condition is less than 30. Okay, because of two types, immunomediated and idiopathic, right? Then there is type 2 diabetes mellitus. The age of onset will be, it is more than 40 years, 40 or more than 40. The onset of diabetes happens in this particular age. Okay, and this can be of obese and non-obese. Here, what is the major problem? You are producing enough insulin, but the insulin cannot act on you. So we know that insulin has got certain receptors over the cells, and through these receptors insulin carries out its action. In type 2 diabetes mellitus, what happens is that the amount of insulin receptors are lesser. So even though you are having enough insulin in your body cannot properly utilize glucose. So glucose is not at all processed because of the lack of insulin action. In type 1 there was no insulin. In type 2 you got insulin but absence of receptors. So that is the reason behind type 2 diabetes mellitus. So here one more thing to consider is that in type 2 diabetes mellitus, what happens is that in the absence of insulin, say insulin is not at all acting, so there is active lipolysis. Okay, and active lipolysis results in the formation of free fatty acids. Now, free fatty acid, obviously our body could process to produce energy, and so it exceeds that particular capacity and it spills into the cytoplasm, where in the cytoplasm it is getting re-esterified into diacyl glycerols, DAG. Okay, diacyl glycerols will be produced out of free fatty acid, and this DAG inhibit the insulin receptor mediated action. So the signal transduction is inhibited through diacyl glycerols. That is one more contributing factors for type 2 diabetes mellitus. So what is type 2 diabetes mellitus? Simply because you got plenty of insulin, insulin is not at all active due to lack of receptors. Okay, and obesity is one of the reasons for that. Obese person, the receptors, number of receptors will be lesser. There is diabetic prawn states. Okay, so these are the conditions which can further proceed into diabetes mellitus. That is gestational diabetes in pregnancy. Okay, if the person is having a strong family history of diabetes, she can gradually become diabetic in the process. Okay, so thorough monitoring should be done in pregnancies, like doing oral glucose tolerance test and monitoring the blood glucose level. Otherwise there will be pregnancy related complications, okay, of the baby or the infant. Okay, so gestational diabetes is another diabetic prone state. Then impaired glucose tolerance, we already discussed that along with glucose tolerance test. So impaired glucose tolerance is another diabetic prone state. Then impaired fasting glucose tolerance or fasting glycemia is another case where it can progress into diabetes. Okay, if not at all monitored properly. Impaired glucose tolerance and impaired fasting glucose tolerance, all this can progress into diabetes mellitus is not properly monitored. Then one particular condition called metabolic syndrome. Nowadays it is more prevalent. Okay, metabolic syndrome, what are the features of this metabolic syndrome? The person will be having abdominal obesity. Okay, obesity around the abdomen. Okay, his triglyceride values will be more than 150 milligrams per deciliter. So hypertriglyceridemia. Okay, abdominal obesity, blood pressure, increased blood pressure. Okay, increased blood pressure is another feature. Then increased plasma glucose is yet another features. Or if all these features are present, this particular condition is called metabolic syndrome. What are they? Abdominal obesity, there is hypertriglyceridemia, plasma glucose level is more, high BP, all these are features of metabolic syndrome. And if not at all properly monitored, this can progress into actual diabetes mellitus in a short while. Okay, so these are the classification of diabetes mellitus.